Hello, I'm Joe Birch. You may know me from my work with WMC TV Action News 5. What you may not know is that I'm also a United Way volunteer. One reason I volunteer with United Way is because it is one of the best ways we can make a difference for the Mid-South. The challenges our community faces are tough. Crime, illiteracy, poverty, infant mortality, drug abuse, homelessness, street gangs, people without access to medical care, neglected seniors, children without positive role models. These problems are too big for any one organization to address by itself, even a strong organization like our United Way. That's why United Way brings leaders together to form strategies for tackling these issues. People from government, business, academia, organized labor, faith groups, nonprofits, philanthropy groups, and citizens just like you who are active in our community. By bringing these leaders together, United Way creates a network of great ideas and best practices that make a difference for the Mid-South. United Way's network makes positive changes in local education, financial stability, and health every day and helps nearly 1/3 of our region's population. When you give to United Way, you live united with your neighbors, friends, and family members who are doing the same thing. When your support is joined with theirs, it accomplishes far more than what it could do all by itself. Working with your gifts and support, over 200 trained volunteers make sure that more than 100 local nonprofits and 200 charitable programs receive the funding they need to make lasting changes in people's lives. Here's just one example of how your United Way support makes a difference in people's lives.
Danny is putting the crayons in the school supply boxes.
53-year-old Danny Hunsberger has Down syndrome. He has worked at this United Way agency for 30 years.
But his primary work is with his hands and following instructions to know what to do, when, where to put this, where to put that. And that's what they do here at this shop.
The trained professionals here really understand Danny's special needs.
Danny's treated well. He knows he's going to be treated well. He's treated with respect.
Danny and his co-workers are able to do work that is appropriate for their skill set.
He has a job like his brother does, like his father did, like I did when I was working. So that made him just like everybody else in the family. He had a job to go to. He's proud of what he makes, and when he brings his check home, he'll say, "Payday!" And we talk about what we're going to do with the money.
If this United Way agency didn't provide Danny this job, his 80-year-old mother would struggle to care for him at home every day.
When Danny is here, I feel at peace because I know he's being well looked after. He always wants to come to work. So we're so thankful to have this agency that he can come to.
Just think, your support of United Way helps Danny and his mother have a better quality of life. People are supporting United Way across the Mid-South in western Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and eastern Arkansas. These same areas benefit from United Way programs. When you give to United Way, your support stays in your county, and volunteers who live in your county make the decisions about how funds are used to improve the common good. United Way makes sure your gift is used effectively and efficiently on only the most reliable programs and services in our area. One of the most challenging areas our United Way network addresses is preventing and stopping cycles of child abuse. Your United Way support makes a difference in these darkest hours of our community, as seen in this story. The innocence of childhood can be left torn and tattered by sexual abuse. This mom knows the pain.
My son was abused when he was 6 years old. I never would have thought in a million years that that would have happened at my relative's house, but I really didn't have the resources to know who to go to, who to talk to, or, you know, and then I definitely, when it happened, I definitely wanted to get him some counseling, you know, because I didn't know how it was going to affect him as he grew older.
Giselle got help for her son at this United Way agency.
I think he understands now that what happened was wrong, because I don't think he knew that at first.
The focus of this agency is helping victims become children again. Various resources are housed under one roof, so parents and children only need to come to one place. The child-friendly environment includes a playroom. Every child takes home a teddy bear after their first visit, and counseling rooms are stocked with toys and games that help children talk about abuse.
He was kind of shut down. He didn't want to talk about what happened. He started to open up, and now, I think he's a lot more friendly and a lot more open. And he's also able to tell me, to verbalize other things that are going on in his life. And I think a lot of that was because of the counseling that he had here.
The abuse Giselle's son experienced will never go away, but the people at this special place are working to make sure it won't be the defining issue of his life.
Without this program, I don't think that the success I've had with my son today would have been possible.
Your support of United Way is at work every day, working in ways you might not even suspect, helping families on the verge of collapse receive counseling and skills that strengthens them and keeps them together, ensuring the elderly and people with disabilities get quality care, sheltering women and sexually abused children from terror and helping them escape the cycle of violence, providing food and shelter to homeless people, and in many cases providing job training. Teaching people who can't get ahead in life because of illiteracy how to read and become more self-sufficient. Steering teens in trouble to youth centers instead of finding false acceptance in drugs and gangs. Here's another example of how your support makes a difference.
And I never thought I would be able to go to college.
Allison Reber graduated from high school with a 4.0 this summer and headed straight to college. It's hard to believe that not long ago, truancy landed Allison in foster care.
I just didn't go to school. Our house burnt down. My mom got sick. Just a bunch of stuff happened that I felt like school was just secondary.
Melissa Bagnall helped Allison turn her life around. Melissa is a counselor with a United Way agency that helps young people in foster care make the important transition into adulthood.
In a lot of ways, it's a pivotal time in their life where it's kind of going to make or break them. And we're sort of that extra support for them to help them find employment, obtain independent living skills.
Melissa also helped Allison with another one of her goals, moving back in with her family. A happy reunion that might not have been possible without the help of this United Way agency.
I want to make my parents proud. I want to have a good paying job. I want to have a family one day. And I want to be able to take care of everybody.
I think that you can do anything that you put your mind to. The sky's the limit.
Your United Way support not only helps people turn their lives around, but in some cases it actually provides essential tools so people can have a higher quality of life. Here's an example of how your giving plays a dramatically important role in a local man's everyday living.
My name is Adrian Starks.
Adrian Starks is a quadriplegic who uses a very special wheelchair to communicate.
I love to talk on the phone and call my friends often.
Adrian taps the back of his head against sensors in the headrest to choose letters, words, or phrases.
He likes to be included in each conversation. It's important to him to be a part of making decisions about his life, his day-to-day outings, his appointments.
Turn on the TV, please.
This technology is just one way a United Way agency is helping Adrian live a more independent life. He's also able to live in a wheelchair-accessible house with support staff who are available 24 hours a day. He even has a room in his house dedicated to physical therapy.
If it were not for agencies like United Way, Adrian would probably be in a nursing home or in an institution where he's living among maybe 10 or more people in a room. He wouldn't be able to have the options and opportunities of having his life totally enhanced. His quality of life has truly changed because of the supports and services. He's able to do things that people never thought he would be able to do. He's one of the most independent people I've met in my life who has some disabilities.
Did you know you make such a difference? When you give to United Way and live united with your coworkers, friends, and family members, you're improving people's lives and making the Mid-South an even better place to live every day. On behalf of all the lives you touch, and from everyone working to improve our community as United Way volunteers, Thank you for giving.
Thank you for giving to United Way.
Thank you for giving to United Way.
Thank you for giving to the United Way.